Hey guys, Jay, Travel by Jay, and we're here for our weekly episode of Between Departures. Mm-hmm. I am your host, Jay, with Travel by Jay, and I have my beautiful co-host, my wife, Soraya.
Hi there. Hope everybody's having a great week.
Absolutely. The Queen Ovation, that's what you get. So tell me, how have you been lately? How you been?
It's great. It's been a great week. Been very productive. Just trying to keep above water.
It's all good. You know what? It just kind of makes you know what? Unfortunately, we don't have any plane rides lined up here anytime soon. I don't think, at least not for the next couple weeks.
Any plane rides?
Yeah, for a trip, a vacation, that's what we're going to do.
Oh.
We don't have any of those.
Well, no. But, we're going to be home for a few weeks here.
But you know what'll be cool though?
What?
We just hopped in the car and drove somewhere.
Road trip.
Whoop, whoop. Let's do it. You know what I mean? Because when we get a road trip, we'll be like this. Okay.
You are definitely more of a road trip person than I am. I'm more like a plane ride. Woo!
I'm more like the driver and you like the navigator passenger sleeper.
No, I don't sleep that much.
that often? Okay, all right. Well,
but we've done a couple of road trips together.
We've done some road trips, and then it turned out being pretty good.
Yeah,
pretty good.
The first one you roped me into was driving from San Diego to Miami.
Yeah. that was a good. You know what? You enjoyed it.
During the pandemic. Yeah, sure. Honestly, it wasn't all that bad until we got to Texas.
And Texas kept going and going.
Everything is bigger in Texas, including the roads.
It was literally 24 hours of driving across that state. You take that out, and it's a great trip, right? Right? Yeah, road trips are good. I mean, I know we had a trip planned to do the PCH,
Pacific Coast Highway. It's always been one of my bucket lists.
And you know what? I still have the itinerary, and we're gonna do it. I promise you that we're gonna do it. I'm when we stop doing these other trips, then we can do that. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's actually an amazing trip. You can start all the way up. If you can go start at Canada, as a matter of fact, and end up in Mexico. That's a great drive down the 5 and then pop into PCH and take it all the way down Big Sur, Monterey.
So what's the one thing, thinking about this, that you have to have on a road trip?
Yeah, a car. I know, I'm sorry.
I'm smarty pants. Besides that.
So I think besides a great company to hang out in the car with, did I come back with that one?
Throw you out.
Did I come back with, don't throw me out. Don't throw the baby out with the bathwater.
Yeah, with the bathwater and the car.
But I think, first of all, I'd like to be able to have some cool tunes.
Okay, so you have a Spotify list?
More like Apple. Yeah, but that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? That and Sirius FM, which we do not get sponsored from these things, but I'm just letting you know what works for me because it's a satellite thing.
Yeah. I know my son always talks about his Spotify list for driving.
Oh my God.
He's got a special Spotify list.
Yeah, DeMarcus got one. He still haven't sent it to me. I hope you're watching this and finally send your dad your Spotify list.
Right.
But he ain't going to do it. But anyway.
He may.
Yeah.
So, so tunes, music's got to be a vibe,
right? Because it's a rhythm. You sit back and you just kind of cool, get you in that mood. You're watching, you kind of have the wonderland. We got the moon roof open, or at least we can look out. So that's cool. I mean, that and
the playlist wasn't too happening when we traveled with the boys this summer.
Because whatever we were playing was trying to drown them out. Put your headphones on and just turn up the tunes.
Right.
No. I mean, but
that boys were good.
But we gotta have snacks. I mean,
snacks. Okay.
There ain't no such thing as a road trip without the right snacks. You know what I mean? Because if you can't sit there and if you eat the burgers and doing all this stuff all the time, you're gonna get sleepy. You get the itis. You're gonna sit there and you know what? For you, it might work, but for me, while I'm driving, it doesn't work. it doesn't
Well,
matter.
there you go.
Then it would be a short trip.
What are the one things that you like to do, like when you are on a road trip? Like, are you like the type of person that likes to drive to a location, or do you like to like take the side roads and like do something different? I mean, for the most part, we know that we all follow Waze because Waze knows about the traffic. But
I think
what's your thing?
I'm just thinking about that. So I think about the last road trip that we really did. We drove from South Florida to Myrtle Beach.
Myrtle Beach,
And
South
you
Carolina.
remember we took the grand boys. We took the grand boys up to meet some family, and I thought it was cool because
We went to Buc-ee's.
we went to Buc-ee's and got the brisket sandwich. Buc-ee's, I am a bucketeer all day long. I think they just kind of made that up, but
Bucketeer.
I think I just made that up. But yeah,
Is that like being like a
to Buc-ee's.
musketeer?
Yeah, but without the crime, right? Yeah. So we got our stops. We get on the road. We do our thing. We Starbucks, Buc-ee's. Those are the two places that we generally stop at. For we gotta have
gotta
the
have my
fuel,
coffee.
gotta have the coffee, and then we gotta have the brisket. And Buc-ee has some great snacks and
They
clean
do.
restrooms. It's just a cool. Buc-ee's is an experience. For those who don't know about
Beaver
Buc-ee's,
nuggets.
Beaver nuggets. It's an experience.
It is.
But I think we do take. It just depends. Going, we may have a little adventures to drive off a little bit.
Right.
Maybe take some of the back roads. But coming home, we want to come home, and we take the shortest route possible.
Yeah. It's kind of like when that commercial when you're going to Disney. It's like, where are you going? We're going to Disney. And when you're coming back, where are you coming from? We're coming from Disney.
But
Everybody's all tired out.
so it was cool. I mean, even though it was the drive was, I want to say, a 10-hour drive.
Yeah.
I think, but it was somewhere around there. But guess what we did? We on this road trip, we did our thing because we went up to Savannah.
Stop there for
We
the night.
stopped for the night.
That's
and
exactly
had
where
some
we
dinner.
spent 4th of July.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
We sent it there, and the boys had a good time. We did that, and the next day we drove a few more hours over to Myrtle Beach, and we did it. So we kind of broke up. We broke it up and didn't make it so long.
Yeah. Well, we couldn't have done that.
We
Direct
could've-
drive with 2 little boys.
Well, we could have, but
No.
we would have probably threw them out along the way. We would have probably went to the rest stops and be like, "See you boys at the car." They come out and the car is gone.
Stop
But
it.
I didn't want to answer to their mom for that, so that's why I didn't do it.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
I didn't.
would've-
You know what?
would've
She
been a
gave me
tough
2 kids. She
reimbursement.
gave me 2 kids. We picked them up, and we needed to give 2 back.
2 back,
Two,
right,
the same 2 that she
exactly.
gave us.
Well, that's even more
So we
important.
had to do that. You know what I mean? So no, it was great. I mean, so we went up, we did that. It was cool. We hung out there, and because we looked at flying,
Did.
we looked at everything else, the rental cars that come with it, and you know what?
$1,400 for all 4 of us.
Right.
Again, it was during the 4th of July weekend.
So it was easier
yeah.
just pop in the car, and I
Yeah.
think we spent $120 in gas because we have a hybrid now.
He likes the numbers.
We're those folks. Yeah, $120
Yeah.
round trip. And we had our own car. We were able to
did.
do that. And they got a chance to stop. We got pictures.
And-
They got take pictures of the Georgia sign, the Welcome to Carolina
Yeah,
sign.
they
I mean,
did.
so those are things that maybe later on in life that they will appreciate when they get a little older. I always say this, hey, what did I do? I remember going with my grandparents, and we did a road trip, Did you take road trips when you were little, when you were younger?
I did. My parents were like road trip people, and then I think when we were in Venezuela, there was a lot of like trips that we would take to the beach.
Huh?
That was usually like the thing.
Now, how long did it take you guys to get to the beach, though?
I mean, it all depends. I mean, I didn't really remember maybe 2 hours, 3 hours.
Okay, yeah, that's a decent little road trip.
No, especially when you have like 4 girls in a car.
And that's driving across country.
And then, of course, it wasn't just us 4 girls, and it was cousin so-and-so and cousin so-and-so, and then, fulanita that also wanted to come.
What? Who? Julio what?
fulanita de tal. It's,
Right. So no, that was cool. I mean, those were great.
yeah, my dad was actually a road trip. Well, my dad was not technically. He was a truck driver in Venezuela, so he knew about road trips.
So he just get in his groove and just girls, let's go. Did you guys have your tunes playing?
No, we didn't get to the music. My dad did.
But you did have music. It was
no, absolutely.
It was his music.
It was his music, but yes.
What about the snacks?
It's funny because in Latin American countries, the snacks are totally different. Like here, you go to Buc-ee's, and in Latin America, you have like little stands, like in the roadside. And that's, whatever, whoever's making, I don't know, juice or hot dogs or whatever, that's what you get.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. And you know what, when you say something like that, it just kind of triggered it. You remember when we went to Maui?
Yeah.
And we were doing the road to Hana?
Yeah, very much
and they
like
had
that.
these little stands on the side of the road, the fruit stands, the little food stands. So, I mean, as you drive, you get a chance to do that kind of experience. But I do remember one thing, and I'm sorry I'm bouncing around, but that's okay, because these thoughts are coming, and, as they come in, I actually got to, not kind of be impulsive, got to talk to squirrel. So, but I remember driving back, when we drove back from Myrtle Beach, you had your first true Georgia peach.
Oh, I did. That was delicious. That would make you slap your mama.
Mi suegra, I'm not going to call you and let her do that. I got you, right? So
yeah, that Georgia peach was amazing. It was so sweet and juicy, and it was amazing.
But you get a chance to experience that. Oh my God, I remember unfortunately, I grabbed some Georgia peach moonshine, the flavored stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, so
because we went to this little store that was
a little inside of the scene. Yeah.
A peach store. They had all kinds of things.
Everything was peach. So, I mean, you get a chance to find those little nuggets like that per se, those little trinkets and stuff.
And it was fun.
Yeah.
It was fun. We did the same thing, like we went to I think that was like the first road trip you and I took, maybe?
Which one?
The one to Vegas, September of 2020, when you drove me through Death Valley.
Oh, that is
random.
That's random.
No,
we go to Barstow. Everybody goes to Barstow. That was your big trip.
No,
go stop at the little train station, and the old trolley car that looked like a McDonald's.
I would have really had a problem with that if that would have been my honeymoon.
Like our friends Sonia and Darren.
And Darren, yes, absolutely. Their honeymoon was in Barstow.
He always says, it wasn't truly, but that was her always, that was the threat. You know what, we're going to take you to Barstow.
No, but the fun part of it was honestly, like, I've lived in the East Coast all my life. So for me to see, like, a desert like that was like pretty impressive. And then we were, what was it, September? It is a desert.
Being in California all those years, it's a desert.
But they had like the big clock and the big thermometer that said 120 degrees.
It was hot.
It was hot.
I mean, but when you do that.
And then of course we live in Florida, totally flat. And that is not what you get on the road to Vegas.
Yeah, if I see some mountain out here, it's a landfill just blown over. But anyway, I mean, but that's the cool thing. But when you look at all of those just kind of road trip things,
it's the first time
you get a chance to see America. You see cool stuff. Everybody. I'm gonna say everybody. So I digress. People think, especially that a lot of people that live in the cities, that is what America is like.
No.
If you think about it, most states only have maybe 2 to 5 metropolitan areas. Everything else is rural America, where everybody come from small town USA. And you know what? Those are the cool things. I remember even when we drive up to, think about it, we went to the lake house. We do a lake house with our family every year in Georgia. As we're driving through these small towns, these 1, 2, 3 red light towns, if you have them, it's cool. I mean, you go through and you're driving 25 miles an hour, and
you better not speed.
You better not speed, because you don't want to you'll get Bubba to pull you over. You don't want to get a ticket. You don't want to get a ticket. But you see all of these. It's just small towns.
Yeah. What was that peach stand that we saw that they had that word misspelled?
Oh my God! Yeah, it was. The big one. Regal is on the top of the building. It says peaches, but it was really misspelled, and I'm like, babe, we don't know if we want to stop here. They might sell us some plums and try to say they're peaches or something. I don't know.
No, they would have been peaches, but still.
but you see stuff like that. I mean, you see
the deers,
the farm animals and stuff like that, and you don't get a chance to see that when you're in a plane. So,
that's true.
So I guess the road trips have become a pastime where people are not doing those anymore, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And that is something that, before all a lot of planes and trains and stuff like that, well, people have always taken trains, even way back in the day. That was the big thing.
Been around since,
Yeah, that was the big thing. But, I even got to the point where I said, hey, if it's over 2 hours, I'm flying. But realistically now we've kind of scaled back a little bit, and if it's within reasonableness that we can drive somewhere and that we're not in a car for 12 hours a day or 10 hours. I mean, we'll do 6 or 7 hours if that's the pace where we need to get to, because we want to be able to see things.
We need to do more road trips in Florida. I don't think I've lived here since 1997, and I can honestly tell you that I really haven't seen Florida. I mean, I've driven to Orlando, I've driven to Tampa, Naples, Marco Island, but not like the real small town Florida.
There's a lot of things I always see these little crystal areas, or your family has gone up to that place Weeki Wachee or whatever, where they talk about the manatees and stuff. So you're absolutely right. We need to do more of the road trips. And
now we're going to have to video it so that we can show everybody here our road trips in Florida.
And we'll do that. So follow us, because we always show our adventures, but really road trips are we
should be
and I'll throw us both under the bus. We were looking at electric because we wanted to be conscious, but we ended up going with a hybrid because we decided to drive a little bit more.
No, and in Florida, it's kind of hard to have just a full electric car.
But I think we've taken a couple good road trips over the past year. Carolina, Georgia,
Hilton Head.
That's right.
You went to Hilton. Yeah, you met me there.
That's right. I drove up and we drove back together.
Last October.
Yeah. You flew in and I drove up and it was great.
It was a great. I have to be honest with you. I love North Carolina. North Carolina is beautiful. So much to see. So much to see. But there are other places. When Alan was stationed in Charleston, I probably went to Alan was probably there 2.5 years, and I probably went to Charleston like 10 times.
Wow.
Drove.
Just hopped in the car.
I just hopped in the car.
By yourself.
By myself.
You didn't need the Wonder Woman to support you. You just did your thing.
I just did my thing.
Okay, well, cool.
Let me go see my little baby cub.
Oh.
God, I hope he's not listening.
Alan's going to be like, oh my God, my mom, I can't believe she's doing this again. It's okay. Bro, I got you. Stop. Think about all these things. I remember I had taken the longest road trip that I ever took by myself. I drove from Georgia to San Diego.
Okay.
But I did it by myself. Well, I did that trip quite a few times, and that road never got any shorter.
No.
But I did it by myself one time. Oh, that's what I said, and I was like, what was I thinking? So
well, you were by yourself too,
I
so it's not like you could have made it any fun.
And you know what? I had my cell phone charged, so I made like tons of calls from people as I'm driving.
It's just a Tuesday for you.
And right? But you know what? I took photos of every state sign that I went across, and I took so many pictures. as I'm driving, I would slow down and stop and pull over. I wouldn't text and drive though, right? Don't do that, right? But I got so many good pictures of that. And one thing I do appreciate is the time that I actually had to, that was unwinding myself. I actually did it in 36 hours. I don't know.
Okay, that's crazy.
But I did stop in Texas overnight, had some cold beverages and some good Texas food. And I just kind of, woke up the next day at my pace and drove the rest of the way.
Did your thing.
But road trips are good because you just pick a nice place and you stop.
Yeah.
And that's what you do.
They are definitely more fun when you have time to explore.
When you're not pressed
for time, they're a lot more fun.
Yeah. And you just take your time. If you want to drive 3 or 4 or 5, 6 hours, I would always recommend just make it a day. Hey, I'm gonna drive 9 to 5, give me 8 hours a day, which you're stopping, you're doing whatever. But you can always map these things out, and we have so many types of software today that help you map it out, and you know what, and we can help with that. I mean, you just tell us where you want to go, we can create this pathway for you, but you know what, squirrel moment, I do want to do Route 66.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Again,
my thing is PCH. I need to have that PCH experience. But yeah.
I mean, there's so many cool things that we can do in our country that,
We live in a very beautiful country.
Yes, and we don't take advantage of it.
Nope, we sure don't.
Nope.
Make it any way you can.
Right? I still remember driving across Nebraska and Colorado and Nebraska and even Utah.
It's called the Heartland for a reason.
And let me tell you, it's just fills everywhere. But one of the most beautiful things that I do remember ever seeing. So I tell you, there's 2 drives that I would never, ever, ever forget.
Oh, okay.
One drive was across Nebraska, and seeing all the fields of sunflowers. So that was absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
But I remember as a young man, I was driving from Mississippi. I was in the service.
Oh.
I was driving from Mississippi to Georgia in the fall time, and I was going back for the weekend. And I had a couple friends, so we were going back and forth for the weekend. We get our liberty, we're on duty, we're in school.
Yeah.
Driving through those states and seeing the foliage, I will never ever forget the beautifulness of our country.
Yeah.
Of those southern states, those leaves, growing up in Georgia with the browns, the oranges, the reds, the yellows. But I remember seeing me driving, that was one beautiful, beautiful scene. And those are the 2 most
just like
beautiful.
the cicadas remind you of Georgia in the summer.
Oh my God, that was nuts. Those they're everywhere in your car. Oh my God, they're all over us.
Yeah, they sure
That
are.
was nuts last year.
I know.
I'll tell you what, it come out every 20 years or something. They do that. I don't know what it was, but it was
whatever it was, they were around here.
They were on us.
No, I do love the fall time. It's my favorite season. I told you I definitely want to do a northeast foliage road trip.
I do. So I tell you, we can do that. Let's put that on our bucket list.
Let's put it in our bucket list.
Let's put it on the bucket list.
What's in your bucket list?
Yeah.
Is there a drive that you have planned or in the back of your mind you have I have to do this? Share it with us.
Yeah.
We're curious.
Absolutely.
We might copy you.
Yeah, I mean, hey, give us some ideas of things that you'd like to see, and you know what? We can put that on our list because we're always looking for, places. At one point, I always look for off the beaten path because those are where you find
the best places.
You get the best places to do that.
Absolutely.
Driving to certain little restaurants and just little experiences.
Dad always used to say that you only stop at the place that has a full parking lot.
Okay.
So you know the food is good.
You know what? And that's some great advice. That's some great advice.
Because if you find a place with an empty parking lot in the middle of, like, I don't know, lunchtime, forget it. Don't bother.
Yeah, that's probably bad news there. This food's probably not good, but that's okay. You know?
That was his shtick.
His shtick. You know what?
Yeah,
Your dad was a wise man when it came to that then. And, you know, just use that true to the day.
He was.
You know, so, you know, with that in mind, guys, we really want to thank you guys again for always sharing, letting us into your space and sharing your time.
30 minutes.
30 minutes ish. So I would hope that if we didn't encourage you to do something, but I hope maybe we sparked those memories that you maybe had as a kid.
Your childhood trips.
Yes, exactly. Not childhood trauma, but the kids. Because we all know that, we already know the mom's seatbelt was.
Oh, yeah.
But you know what? But we want to inspire those memories and hope you to create some more memories for the future. Because we do that. And that's one of the things that we thought about when we had our grandkids was some of the memories that we had or things that we've done when we were little, but we wanted to give our grandkids those memories. So when they get a little older, guess what? Then they can tell their loved ones, you know, behind them generationally. It's just some things they did, you know? Yeah. So thank you guys for joining us for another week episode of Between Departures and letting us share our experience with you.
Yeah, absolutely. Travel safe.
Travel often. Travel by Jay. Bye guys, till next week.
Bye.